Hello, one and all, and welcome to the 174th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, recorded on February 20th, 2022. On the podcast today, we have Andrew Clark, who's about to tell us what kind of video game skeleton he would be.
I would be a video game skeleton that is just a bare skeleton, but has a metal helmet on top of its skull.
Okay.
And is also carrying a big old sword.
Ooh. Oh, well, okay.
And he walks very gangly like this.
Okay. Okay, so you're not environmental storytelling skeleton. You are. I'm a
Skyrim skeleton.
Okay.
Not even like a Draugr, like just the skeletons that suck ass.
But yeah, those were in Skyrim. I forgot about them. And skeletons and zombies. Don't usually see those.
You can raise zombies.
Yeah.
Right. There's a spell. It's like there's zombie enemies, but I guess technically.
Yes. Ryan Holtz, what kind of video game skeleton are you? And spooky scary is acceptable.
I feel like I didn't get an introduction in the same way. I would be the guy with the epic Sans.
Oh, okay.
I'd be Sans the skeleton. And I would go... And then go... Yeah. That'd be me.
Okay, I now love the headcanon that Sans is doing the music to that fight himself as he's wrecking your shit.
He's making it out of his body. It's acapella.
Huh.
He's got just like a speaker implanted in his body.
Oh, he's just got like a Beats pill taped to his spinal cord.
Yeah.
Literally taped because he's a skeleton.
He's wearing a hoodie and comfortable shorts and flip-flops, I assume. You could fit those in somewhere. He's got pockets.
Nah, I think it's grafted to him somehow.
All right.
It's on his skeleton. It is a part of his bones.
It's hot glue.
I think it's actually structural.
Oh.
It's replacing a vertebrae.
Oh.
Just, like a Bluetooth speaker. It's his weak point. If you hit him where the music stops, that's the Kepler run.
All right. Cool. Also, hello, everyone. I'm Lucas the Writer, and if I were a video game skeleton, I'd be the kind where I'm just like a cooler version of an old enemy you fought, you know? Like, saving money, a little bit of an asset flip, like, oh man, you killed a dragon at hour 10, hour 30, get ready to kill a skeleton dragon.
Except it's Skeleton Lucas.
Yeah.
They killed Lucas like
Lucas.
16 hours of gameplay ago, and now it's Skeleton Lucas.
Ooh.
And somehow being a skeleton makes me stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's just magic.
Yeah.
I do want to take mine back, by the way.
Ooh.
I would be the skeleton in the X-ray vision mode of Blitz the League, which was a football video game where you could like shatter people's bones and shit, and on the instant replay they would show an X-ray of bones just
it's basically
snapping.
a Mortal Kombat fatality frame. Like it's ugly.
I'd be those skeletons that are just getting absolutely wrecked.
So like I remember that Blitz the League was kind of an attempt to revive the NFL Blitz franchise. And I'm looking at screenshots now. I think they're just coaches injecting players with steroids on the field.
Oh yeah, no, you can shoot up steroids. Yeah, no, there is no license at all.
Oh my god,
this is a football video game. It is not licensed by.
It's
the
not
NFL
the NFL.
Yeah, literally, like that's like a boost. Like you can give your players steroids, and it's like a mini game. How good you are at giving them steroids and stuff. And yeah, kind of Mortal Kombat-y.
Featuring football legend Lawrence Taylor.
LT, baby.
Oh my god.
He was in Blitz the League.
You know, why not?
All right.
serves as the spokesman.
Okay, hold on. If these are original teams, let's see what Blitz the Team League.
One of the best.
What team names are better than the Washington Commanders?
They actually have promotion and relegation in there.
Damn.
I see the New
there's
York Nightmare, the Baltimore Bearcats.
Okay.
The New England Regulars.
Okay,
That's not
funny.
bad.
That's Washington football team level.
Yeah.
What are all the teams? What are
Detroit
teams?
Devils.
Yeah.
The Carolina Copperheads is kind of
So they're all
cool
just
name.
alliteration. Now I actually
Hold
don't
on.
like it as much.
No, Las
Seattle-
Vegas Aces, Minnesota Reapers,
Okay.
they're not all.
Okay,
Most of them
most
are not
of them are, I
alliteration.
feel like.
Seattle Reign. Denver Grizzlies is pretty good.
I don't think so.
No?
Also, Seattle Rain. Jesus.
No, but like REIGN.
Yeah. It's a little better, I guess, but not a lot better.
Orlando Hammerheads.
Oh.
What?
Arizona
The Washington
Outlaw.
Redhawks. Yeah,
Oh.
it's just
Yeah.
Well,
a much
that
better
was-
name that they could have used.
I think that was one of the names that was proposed.
It was.
Right?
It was like Redhawks, Red Wolves, Red Hogs.
Hogs. Yeah, Ian, just the red tails. You could not get enough of the red tails. We had that discussion today.
Hey.
I was like, you're one of those people that needs red in the name, and if anything, I feel like they need to distance themselves from
Yeah.
from the concept of red. Like, nah.
We're the Washington Skins. Now it's not a slur.
We're Mayan. We do human skinning sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Biggest organ
just
in the
a-
body.
Yeah, it's just a fucking skin.
It's a flayed man.
Yeah, flayed man, but like not the man, the skin part.
Oh god. It's just
Not
a
the
tanning
remnants
rack.
of a person. Yeah, it's just it's literally a human skin.
Do you guys remember that line from like 7th or 8th grade anatomy class where it was something to the effect of, yeah, if you were to take a human intestine out of their body, it could go around a tennis court.
Mm-hmm.
Did they mean like it would cover the perimeter, or that you could flatten it out and it would be the surface area of a tennis
the
court?
perimeter, the
Okay.
length of the intestines. The intestines are
Okay.
very long.
Right.
It's just that they loop around a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so they'd say like, yeah, it would cover a football field. They don't mean that like you could like slice it open and turn it into a sail that would cover like the ground of a foot. It would be like 100 yards long or something.
No, but like that's what I imagine when you say cover a football field. Like, oh yeah, this is, like you could turn human intestines
It's
into
a
the
cover
tarp
the
thing.
length of a football
Okay.
field.
Okay.
Blitz the League also had a campaign mode
Oh.
where it was just a story, which was written by the writers of Playmakers, which was a drama on ESPN that was a fictional professional football team. It was like a edgy football drama airing on ESPN, and then they canceled it because the NFL disliked the portrayal of like their off the field, like football players off the field lives. So they pressured ESPN to cancel the show, and then those people went on to write the campaign.
Weird. Almost as a rule. Like, they're not...
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
And then they also called like the NFL stand-in the league, which is like a very common shorthand for the NFL, like the league or the shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely
Weird.
making that. But system of promotion and relegation is actually kind of fun.
Huh?
Like they have there's 18 teams and there's 3 divisions.
Oh.
So at the end of each season you're promoted and relegated based on how you performed that year.
Oh,
It's kind of fun.
that is cool.
It's like soccer. but
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Huh.
Also, I gotta cut in for a second and say, all the stuff about your intestines, it's bullshit.
Oh.
They're about 15 feet long.
Still pretty long.
Yeah, no, that's long. That's longer than you are tall. But the way people talked about it when we were in like middle school, it's like, yeah, man, you stretch this shit across the baseball diamond.
I mean, I will say they are stretchy. I
Oh.
don't know. Maybe you could really... I just Googled small intestine length. It said 22 feet. I mean, it's definitely not long enough to go around a tennis court, but 22 feet is what they say for small
Mine
intestine.
said 15 feet together.
Huh.
Yeah, together your small and large intestines are about 15 feet or more in length.
Cleveland Clinic. The small intestine is by far the longest section of the gastrointestinal tract, about 22 feet long.
Damn. One of these people are not good at their jobs.
Clevelandclinic.org. So definitely like
Oh,
a medical site, at least. I don't know.
Mine was on Medical News Today.
this is weird. Okay, so
That feels less.
like the top result in Google from Healthline, about 15 feet or more, but then the people also asked section, how long are human intestines if stretched out? 22 feet.
Huh.
So it's just whether they're
just
stretching
stretching
them or
yeah.
just they
Does
they
it-
just laid them out.
Is it, I know exponential isn't the exact correct term, but is somebody like 6'2", they have way longer intestines than somebody who's like
They
4'11"?
have to, right?
Yeah.
You'd think?
I don't know about way longer, but they have to be longer.
Right.
It's dependent on like sex, height, weight,
Yeah.
other health factors, that kind of thing.
Huh.
And also, I saw
Yeah.
one that said it's about 800 meters plus or minus 130 meters. Or, sorry, centimeters. Centimeters.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 800 meters.
Yeah, no.
That one
It's
would actually
Godzilla
get me.
height, man.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's like a half mile. Oh my God. That one's smoking crack. That one might actually be not so much. They are saying on Wikipedia that it can vary greatly from as short as 10 feet to as long as 34 feet.
Oh.
Mm.
Huh.
So that might be the real answer.
The real answer is it depends.
It depends. Here's some trivia. How long is the small intestine? Is it A, 15 feet, or B, 22 feet? The answer is, it depends.
Oh, God. In what context did we bring that up originally? Was that,
That's a deep cut for Channel 1, which was a middle school, like before school, they would
Right.
show it on the TVs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it would just be like bullshit, like kids-friendly content.
Right.
And yeah, they had like a quiz, and the question was, true or false? Hybrid cars are better for the environment than regular cars. And we were like, I guess true?
Mhm.
Like, on average? What do you mean? Yeah, like true. And they're like, the answer is, it depends. And it was like, that's fucking, you can't, what? You're so full of shit. You can't do that. It's not allowed.
You can't have a secret third option.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot. You can't just add another answer after. And yeah, the answer is it depends. It was a poor question. Like, some hybrid cars are going to be worse than some regular cars, but like on average, probably true.
I don't quote me on this, but I feel like I heard that Anderson Cooper started his reporting career in the Channel 1 pipeline.
No
way.
Fucking way.
I think I heard that. It would like one or two big names have come out of that program.
Isn't Anderson Cooper like old
I think
money?
it's been going on a while.
But no, I thought he was like, yeah, he's the son of
Early
a famous
career,
author.
Channel 1.
Hey!
That's crazy.
After Anderson
That's
Cooper
crazy.
graduated
He-
from
like-
Yale, he tried to gain entry-level employment at ABC, was unsuccessful. Worked as a fact-checker with Channel 1, which produces
Wow.
youth-oriented news program. He lived in Vietnam for a while.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
He's old money though. Yeah, his dad was a famous screenwriter, author, actor, and his mom was a Vanderbilt,
Oh.
like of the fucking railroad tycoon family. Like,
So about the oldest
He was a
money.
CIA intern.
Ah.
yeah, his great grandfather was Cornelius Vanderbilt.
Jesus.
Who's, I think, the main inspiration for what's his name in Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Like the rich guy, bad guy.
Cornwall.
Yeah. Leviticus Cornwall, that's right.
Mhm.
I think that's Cornelius Vanderbilt, right? Yeah. He's old money. But
No.
apparently even old money has to work at Channel 1 sometimes. They're still alive. No, they're dead.
Mm.
Completely dead as of 2018.
The
Really?
Vanderbilts?
Yeah, all the Vanderbilts are gone, including Anderson Cooper.
Oh, you mean Channel 1.
The Channel 1.
I thought you meant like the
Channel 1
last heir to the Vanderbilt throne was dead.
Anderson Cooper would be one, unless Anderson Cooper's dead. He's a rather notable answer.
Wait, so like the handful of Channel 1 teen or whatever episodes my high school social studies teacher Jennifer Leahy played were like the last Channel 1 episodes? Those were the dying gasps?
They were towards the end, that's for sure.
Weird.
They were criticized for the commercial content of the show.
Yeah.
It forced children to watch ads.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember that, but boy, that is pretty fucked. Oh, they have a former anchors section. Yeah, they got Anderson Cooper, Brian Kilmeade from Fox News.
Oh.
Lisa Ling, Laura Ling. I mean, I guess both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only ones that I know. They don't say why it died. They I remember they used to hold elections and like for the presidential election, like kids vote. And yeah, Hillary Clinton won that in 2016, if that matters. Their last one vote.
Oh boy.
Hillary Clinton took it. Pretty ran away with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing here?
News of the week. Coming shortly after what many described as the most popular and well-received Nintendo Direct in quite a while, Nintendo is to close Wii U and 3DS eShops in March of next year. The company will not port the games, only available on those storefronts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So question, the 3DS, as someone who's not that familiar with Nintendo, that is the most recent true handheld console.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
That they've put out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's kind of what, so they were like fully, no, the Switch is our handheld console.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, fuck the 3DS, that doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like, the Wii U, I get it. Fuck it. The Wii U was a failure in the first place. But the 3DS is, like...
Right?
Huge.
Definitely still a thing, yeah.
That was like the last Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So are they going to... Does that indicate that they're going to step back into that market? Or are they just full-blown, like, nah, man, Switch Lite if you want. Fuck it.
I think so, yeah. And I had seen some chatter around that this is going to be the first time in... Man... 25 or so years where Nintendo has only been supporting one system, not a handheld console pair.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that means they're on the cusp. Although they just had their Nintendo Direct, huh?
Right.
Feels like they could at least tease something if it was happening. Oh, I guess it's March of next year, so they'll have another Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, a couple of them. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going to happen with that anymore. I feel like if there weren't a global component shortage, we would have gotten an announcement for the Switch 2 already, or the Switch Pro.
The Nintendo Switch
There
Big
is
Dick
a Switch
model.
Pro. Isn't it the LED?
No, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
like
no, the OLED Nintendo Switch OLED model.
yeah.
No, the
Isn't
Nintendo
that Switch Pro?
No, the Switch Pro is the Nintendo Switch Big Dick model. There it goes up to 1080p.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we made this 4K so you can see every vein on this Nintendo Switch model. Whatever they would call their souped up, Big Dick Daddy version of the Nintendo Switch. But, they aren't doing that now because it's not profitable. So I don't know what Nintendo's next 3-4 years look like, other than hopefully releasing Breath of the Wild and maybe a bunch of ports, apparently. maybe a bunch of niche 3DS and Wii U games coming to the Switch, although I'm sure there are some indies out there somewhere, but it kind of seems like every game worth playing on the Wii U is now on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, no, I walked that back already. The Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD ports aren't on Switch yet. Get on that, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't think they're going to release those on the Switch? They absolutely are. They've released them on every single Nintendo console for the last, 20 years.
They were playable on every Nintendo console for the past 20 years at least. But, wait, when did... well, since they were available, but I don't know. Maybe, but probably not in any kind of expedited fashion or in a way that'll make people happy. Which sucks from a preservation standpoint, but as an average consumer, I'm kind of like, man, I haven't played my 3DS in fucking years. Yeah. SAT regulatory filing seemingly confirmed the widely held assumption that Microsoft took the report of Bobby Kotick's misconduct as an opportunity to purchase Activision Blizzard. The companies began negotiating 2 days after the report surfaced.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, they saw an opportunity to buy it slightly below its actual value, and yeah.
Leapt on that shit.
I think from these reportings also, there were... Activision Blizzard likes to describe it as up to 4 other companies were looking at buying the company or some components of it, but I feel like that is just kind of them gesturing to... them trying to cover their asses and make it seem like they aren't being bought out to make a scandal go away, because... this is the video game industry in 2021, 2022. Everybody's talking about buying everyone else. It's just how this works.
Right.
Media has been consolidating in a rapid and horrifying way since, well, pretty much since 30 Rock ended, making a lot of those jokes immediately irrelevant.
General Electric, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Microsoft's gonna be the Amazon, basically. Just have Game Pass and offer it at a loss forever and drive everyone else out of business. It'd be great.
And then once they do, Game Pass is going to get a lot more expensive. Worked for Uber.
Yeah. Yeah, Amazon Prime just went up by $2, I think.
Netflix too.
A month.
Yeah.
Netflix always has to now.
That's fair.
Netflix fucked themselves because now they have no more subscribers. Like, there's nowhere for Netflix to grow.
Right.
Is the problem. They are at 100% market saturation.
Like, literally everyone has Netflix. If you don't pay for Netflix, you took someone's password who does.
Yeah. So that's the problem with Netflix. They have to. That's the only way they can raise capital anymore.
The only other way would be to restrict it to a single device per account,
which would be the death.
Right, because then it's I'm not going to...
popularity.
Yeah.
Well, there's a metaphor for capitalism somewhere in there. Hey, Netflix, you have 100% market saturation. Everyone has a Netflix account. You guys must be making money hand over fist.
No.
What if we greenlit a new, The Rock and... the guy Ryan Reynolds movie and raised your subscription by $1. Is that an okay trade, please?
The Rock? You mean that guy from Fortnite?
No, you're thinking about Nathan Drake. Not Tom Holland's Nathan Drake, though. Just Nathan Drake.
No, I think both Nathan Drakes are in Fortnite.
I want to kill myself.
Because I turned on my PlayStation today, and the main PlayStation page, how there's a game hub for everything, was just an image of Fortnite versions of actual Nathan Drake and Tom Holland Nathan Drake standing next to each other. I'm like, oh my god. Why?
Is there a new meta tied to that? Because if I understand the Uncharted games accurately, all Nathan Drake has to do is jump on a structure and it will start to collapse. Can you...
It does happen pretty often.
Okay.
I was going to talk about it a little bit later, but I finally played Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Oh shit!
Over the last week or so. And it was fun.
Huh.
Just good old-fashioned Uncharted fun, but told through the perspective of not Nathan Drake. Actually had some of the women of this series take a more prominent role, which was nice. And yeah, it's just like every single time you jump to a structure, you're like, is this the time it's going to crumble away from the wall and you're going to have to like swing your goddamn grappling hook and fly over to something else? And every single time it's like, oh my god, that's the scariest thing that ever happened to me. They're like, yeah, that seemed pretty scary. Chloe, are you alright? Yeah, I think so. Holy shit. It's like this has happened 6 times in the last hour. Just in the last hour, Chloe.
This conversation has happened the exact same time exact same way every time.
What's the vibe of that game like? Because I heard it was kind of fun to listen to these two women just complain about Nathan Drake as though they both dated him briefly in college or something.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because they hate each other starting the game, and then the very narrative structure way of making these two women like each other is like just pretty fun to watch, of them like just chatting. And be like, oh, you like this thing? I like that thing. Oh, you've been to this place? I've never been. I want to go. I can't believe you worked with Nathan Drake. I fucking hate that guy. Hey, he's not that bad. No, he really sucks. He ruined my life. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Not willing to go to bed.
Yeah, he's not in the game at all. His brother, Sam, is played by Troy Baker. The guy who is just in the fourth game. He's in there. So.
Completely by happenstance, I found out recently on Twitter that Troy Baker is trying to do a Boston accent for that character, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not great.
No, it's not a great Boston accent. I can definitely tell he was supposed to be going for that, though. The voice acting is good. What can I tell you? Like, he's one of the more prolific voice acting guys in the video game industry. It's pretty good.
I don't think that prolific means... like good.
Troy Baker is a good video game voice actor.
Right. Troy Baker going a little out of his depth and attempting an accent that he can't quite pull off does not... That seems like a recipe for not a great performance individually, even if he consistently
it's just a little cheesy. That's it.
Is it weird that I would buy that the character of Sam in the Uncharted universe would be the kind of guy to like, you know what? I'm from the Northeast. I'm going to try to pull off a Boston accent.
The reason that most video game like voice actors are essentially doing their own voice, or just like gruff their own voice, or high pitched their own voice, like, is because in movies and TV shows, when actors do an accent, it is they have at least one, probably more than that. Like, they might have their own department to specifically focus on, like, accent coaching.
Like, no, you said that word wrong. You gotta say...
Every single line has to be minutely analyzed to make sure that it's proper. And video games are just not going to devote that type of resources.
Unless you're, Benedict Cumberbatch or Robert Pattinson or Ben Affleck or...
Wait, what video games did they do?
No, I'm talking about in Hollywood. Like,
no, Hollywood does that all the time. Yeah, like in any movie where an actor attempts a non-native accent, there's going to be at least one accent.
No,
coach
what I'm saying is that that's not always the case, because if you've ever heard or ever seen a movie,
it doesn't always work.
Yeah, well,
trust me, it doesn't always work. But they'll at least attempt. They'll spend the money. Video games, they will not spend the money. They're just, you're on your own, man. Like, we don't give a fuck. No one's gonna notice. It's a video game, man. If you want to do a Boston accent, you're Troy Baker. Fuck it. Give it a shot.
I also like to imagine these accent coaches are just people who have the accent. Like, somebody's walking up to Troy Baker like, all right, get in here, you chatterhead. That accent made me want to slam my head in the car door.
Yeah, no, Troy Baker's accent coach is your cousin from Boston.
Those commercials have grown on me a little bit.
Oh, Lucas.
Yeah. No, I've seen the videos on YouTube. I don't know if you guys ever have, with the accent coach, and he's just very knowledgeable guy. But he talks about the breakdowns. Because people are like, so if every major Hollywood movie has an accent coach, why is there bad accents? And he's like, well, eventually the production needs to move forward, and like you can't just sit there like drilling down on each and every small mistake. Eventually you're gonna have to rap, like you have to stay on schedule. We do our best, but sometimes we're just not. We're gonna be overruled, and sometimes the person is not right for that role and not right for that speech pattern. But at this point, they've already put a lot of resources into hiring this person, so they're not gonna move on. So yeah.
The live action Halo TV show will feature a face reveal for Master Chief. Now,
I like the subtitle. Pretty sure he's going to look a lot like film and TV actor Pablo Schreiber. The guy who was cast as Master Chief. That's probably a good bet.
Likely.
He's not,
Probably a good bet, Kotaku. Yeah. It's not canon, though.
Well, they did just cast Cortana's voice actress to play Cortana, I think. Yeah.
But not Master Chief's voice
That's
actor.
right.
Oh, really?
No.
This would be a fun opportunity for them to fuck with people.
I think they've already confirmed it's not canon. This is like a different universe.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I swear that there was a face reveal in one of the Halos, right? I thought like Halo 4, if you did like the legendary ending, like you got all the skulls and everything like that, he took off his helmet at like in a cutscene at the very end of the game.
Halo Master Chief unmasked face reveal scene.
Yeah, I could have sworn. Maybe it's not like the entire face.
Halo 4 legendary, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Halo 4 legendary. If you do it all and do all the crazy shit, you get like a cutscene and he takes off his helmet. I don't know.
I found a fun Photoshop on Google Images that's just Buzz Lightyear from the upcoming animated movie in the Halo armor.
Yeah. And it's also my understanding he doesn't really hide his face necessarily. It's not like he's like wearing it to hide anything. It's just he always has his helmet on because you're always fighting aliens and shit in the games. Like, why would he ever take it off in the middle of a battle?
Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be like, yeah, the armor is part of his body. Like, I think he does take it off, but there's no reason for him to.
Well, he does, yeah, but just off screen when he's taking a shit or something.
Yeah.
When we're with Master Chief, he's not in the barracks dicking around and drinking a beer like he's saving a planet or some shit. I don't think it's like Bane where it's like, oh, no one cared about me before I put on the helmet. It's just not. It's just Master Chief. It's his character design. No one cares.
I don't know.
But
also, isn't his name
apparently.
just John?
Yeah.
Yeah, John 117 or something.
I thought it was
John Numbers.
I thought it was John Halo.
Yeah, I was gonna say his name was
serious?
John Master Chief.
It's John Numbers. Is it John 117?
No, because he's not a clone. He is a kidnapped baby who was replaced by a clone, I believe is the lore.
What?
Yeah.
John 117. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kidnapped babies. That's all the Spartans. They're all kidnapped babies.
Yeah.
Of that class, I think.
Right.
Like the Spartan 2s or like the second generation Spartans.
Yeah.
Were all kidnapped babies because first generation Spartans were fully grown adults who were given the super serum.
Didn't work out well.
It worked out okay, just not as good. And then second generation, they're like, well, if we do it from when they're babies, it's going to be great. And then third generation was like, no, we're going to be more ethical about it. And that's where like the Halo 5 Spartans came in.
He has become one of the most decorated war veterans in the United Nations Space Command, earning every known UNSC medal except the Prisoner of War medallion. It's such a weird... This was in his intro paragraph. It's such a weird... He's won everyone except for Prisoner of War because he's not a little bitch. He's never been captured. Jesus.
What? I'm sorry. So he's gotten the space Purple Heart? How does that work?
I mean...
Probably, yeah.
He's been shot.
He definitely gets like... At one point, isn't he presumed dead? In the games?
Okay, yeah.
He's got like an arc where he has to prove he's not dead. I don't know.
I've never played Halo.
I hope they do something.
You've never played any Halo?
I mean, I've played Halo multiplayer at my friend's house sitting on the couch, but...
I
never played split screen?
I mean, yeah, a couple of times we were like, yeah, we're going to play the Halo campaign split screen. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like, I'm on the boat with you there. I've only heard, because I think Ian and Jesus in college were trying to play it through on Legendary.
I think Michael got big into it too.
Clips, yeah.
Or maybe always was. It's my understanding that Halo lore is
deep and complicated.
So if you get into the books, it can be a little It's not deep as in meaningful. It's deep as in there's a lot of nonsense here. But yes, it is simultaneously something that you do not need to pay attention to it, but also it can be hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's what I feel like. It's like when you guys just like nitpick and like ask a bunch of weird, like very specific questions about Lord of the Rings to me. That was me with like Ian and Halo lore. I'd just be like, so wait, what's this? Who's the Arbiter? What the fuck's his deal? And you'd be like, well, the Arbiter is... and just like go into... So wait, where'd the flood come from? And just like, well, so the flood came in and just like breaking it all down.
There's a flood in space?
The flood. Like the flood. Alien zombie things.
Oh, I get it.
Really
they got... Okay, so they got the water jetpack from Super Mario Sunshine. Rad. Okay. I like John Halo more now.
I can't tell how serious you're being. I feel like the flood is like a top 3 thing that you would know about Halo other than Master Chief and like the concept of the ring.
I know. Okay, so I know John, Master Chief Halo. I know him. I know
John 117.
That Cortana is his VTuber waifu. I know
that's exactly right.
That it is hotly contested whether or not the suit jerks him off. And 4, I know that the whole thing is a 9/11 metaphor. What more do you need to know?
Yeah, that's not too wrong. You need to, like, the flood. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's like analogy. They didn't originate the concept, but yeah, just it's a collective consciousness that's slowly taking over the universe by like eliminating everyone and turning them into zombies and becoming part of the flood.
And so the flood are like a hive mind zombie thing, and the Halo rings were designed by like whatever you want to call them, like Forerunner, like
the Forerunner,
like Prometheus alien people,
earlier
to like eradicate all life in the universe so that the flood wouldn't spread.
It was a planet destroyer, galaxy destroyer, all that shit, because the flood was taking over. And so the flood does that. The closest metaphor that I can think of is back in the day, Reddit had the like game, the mini game where you had like all the pixels and you could draw like on it using like 1 pixel per day. You could color it and try to like make cool paintings and stuff like that. And like there was all these teams that were like, oh, I'm team this, team that, blah blah blah, like trying to help out and coordinate because it was like voting. And then there was one team that was called like the Void, and all they did was just try to color every square black. Like they just wanted to spread their influence throughout this map, and it was actually kind of terrifying. And it really represented a lot of human nature. How that was far and away the single most popular thing was the Void, and then there was a bunch of other little sub communities that were like also popular, and like together the sub communities vastly outnumbered the Void. But the Void was the single largest one, and as a result, it just took over all of these like spreading mini communities that were just getting absolutely annihilated. Or fucking White Walkers.
Oh, yeah.
The Whites. There's a good metaphor.
God, remember when...
Because all the houses are warring and shit. The Covenant versus the Marines and blah, blah, blah. And then... But yeah, no, there's this existential threat that everyone's kind of not paying close enough attention to.
It's like that. It's the meme of like the 2 people fighting in someone's backyard where they're like pulling on each other's hair, and there's the guy in the background smoking on the bong.
Oh, I thought it was a crack pipe.
No, I'm not sure it's a bong. It might be a crack pipe.
Is it just a bong?
Yeah.
I thought it was a crack pipe. What would the meme be called? Fighting in the backyard. Oh, background meme? Is that it?
Smoking bong meme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I found it.
I've seen it already. Dabbing Dude? That's not it. But yeah, it's got like Xbox, PlayStation.
No, it's
like
definitely a
punching,
bong. It's like this long.
Is it just a bong? Doesn't look like a bong. I feel like it's more of a pipe.
There. Save as link. Wait, no, that didn't work. Copy image address.
I want to get closer.
Enhance.
Here, see if that worked. Yeah, it worked.
No, I'm on it.
Oh.
It doesn't look like a bong, whatever it is. It's some sort of pipe.
It's
Yeah.
like this
Wait.
long and it's upwards. Like he's got a thing in his
but
mouth
that-
and then like
A bong is not like inserted in your mouth. Your mouth goes like it goes around your mouth with like a bong. Like it's a big,
I think it's just a different
fucking
kind of
tube.
bong.
No,
Is that one of the Sprouse twins?
I highly doubt it. I cannot be positive. Also, why is he called Dabbing Dude? Oh, is he? Oh, he's actually doing a dab.
Oh.
There you go. Well, that's how we find it.
Huh.
Oh no, but they are saying it's out of a bong.
Okay.
A concentrated form of cannabis, colloquially known as a dab, out of a bong.
Oh, dabbing dude, as in he's hitting a dab.
Literal, yeah,
Okay.
hitting a dab.
Gotcha.
Not the dance. It's like that. Wow, that's sad that that's completely overrun the original purpose. So there you go. Technically a bong.
No, we're already talking about... Wait, no, hold on. I had more stuff to say. I hope they fuck around with this face reveal for Master Chief. I hope it's... Okay, so it's probably going to be the actor, or like, this is what The Rock was talking about before when he teased a new video game project.
God.
But it would be fun if it were like... The Master Chief has just had insane clown posse makeup on under the helmet the entire time. Or is actually a woman. I don't know. We can we can
like
pull a
Samus.
Metroid
Yeah,
again.
we're just gonna rip off.
Yeah,
Metroid.
why not? That'd be entertaining for me.
Why
Someone
not?
not
I can't
interested
think of
in
a single
Halo.
reason. Can't think of a single reason not to just rip off another major video game franchise where the main character wears a suit of power armor.
But Lucas, they've always used he/him pronouns to refer to Master Chief. Guess what? Femme presenting uses he/him pronouns. Don't judge what makes him comfortable, okay?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's like a Mulan situation.
Oh, well, sure. Why
In order
not?
to get the respect that they deserve,
I don't know.
Master Chief allowed the illusion to continue.
Whatever justification has to go into fueling my deranged headcanon, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound deranged, you're right.
All right, back to memes. Any other ones we want to talk about? Anything else happening?
I don't think so.
Okay. And that's going to take us into the breakouts. I finished the second ending of Pokémon Legends Arceus. Like most open world games, I feel there are 3 endings, kind of. The credits, the post-credits, and then the you 100%ed this game. I'm not going to 100% this game because, like most open world games, I've reached a point with it where why am I doing this? What is the point? The only reward I'm getting out of this is spending more time engaging with these mechanics that I've got my fill of. So, yeah, second ending, it was cool. There was a twist. Dude you thought was your buddy turned out to be evil, and you beat him. And he's a punk ass who used 8 Pokemon. Not allowed. Oh boy.
Sorry.
Ryan just linked an
I was
Instagram.
browsing Know Your Meme
No!
with the dabbing dude, and Abigail Shapiro was trending for some reason.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, why is Abigail Shapiro trending again? And,
No.
yes. There's pregnancy rumors, and yeah, just a whole thing going
I mean, it's not rumors. Like, her Instagram reel is, like, her holding her enlarged stomach.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, there you go. It's
Wait.
not rumors, just a real thing. She's pregnant.
I thought the rumors were whether or not Ben Shapiro was the father.
Oh my god.
Well, this is the post that people photoshopped, and that's I think the meme that's kind of blowing up. Probably partially because people are taking the bait.
Yeah, no, like the I'm looking at her Instagram feed now, and it's like, yeah, her holding up baby clothes, and
There you go.
a sign that says 32 weeks and shit like that. I don't think she was hiding it.
r/196. What's that subreddit? Am
Is
I
she-
about to regret this?
Is she drinking a flute of champagne in that picture?
It's probably sparkling grape juice or some bullshit, right?
Or
I doubt
champagne.
that I doubt that a very public person would post a bunch of shit of her drinking alcohol while like, very pregnant.
I've been staring at these photos for hours.
Yeah.
That's fake, right? I see so many
that's what I'm
fake
saying.
Ben Shapiro.
It's it's bait, like, and I'm sure people are taking the bait. That's why. So what's 196? What the fuck is this? Apartment of Awesome. I'm so confused.
Brian, don't go down this rabbit hole. Don't take this pill. You don't know where it leads.
Oh, they just make a bunch of posts. That's their whole thing.
It's just like a general comedy shit post Reddit.
It's like every single time if you visit, you must post. That's what they say. So it's like a weird comedy thing. And it's definitely anti-conservative. So, yeah. Or maybe not definitely. I don't know. Maybe it's just a true representation. That's a good one.
Oh.
We were completely derailed. Also, we lost Lucas. I hope he's not talking.
Oh, no.
We're completely derailed, but there's a post that says zombies and mummies are the same monster. They just come from different socioeconomic backgrounds, which is holy shit. That is fucking galaxy brained, man. That is so stunningly accurate.
Jesus.
They are the exact same.
Yeah.
Just mummies
It's a
are fucking
desiccated corpse that has come
pharaohs.
back to life in order to kill you and steal your life.
Mummies are pharaohs. Zombies are poor people. Damn. My brain just wrinkled. That is just a real thing. But, well, I'm glad that didn't end up being a terrible, terrible place to be.
Yeah.
It looks mildly entertaining at the very least. Although I do think I've already broken the rules by not posting. If the number one rule is if you visit, you must post before you leave.
Oh no.
They keep track of how many posts they've had all time, which is almost 1 million. Yesterday they had 1,400 posts.
Oh my
In
god.
the last hour, they average about a post a minute on a relatively small community.
I disconnected for a second. What is this community huddled around?
Nothing.
It's just like
It's
a general
that same subreddit.
general
that we were
shit
talking
post
about.
subreddit.
Are we?
Yeah. 196.
Have we looped back to forums? Is that how through the looking glass we are? That Reddit is just we're gonna have a bunch of just chatting communities dedicated to whatever.
It's not like a chatting community. It's for people to just post memes.
Yeah, just post whatever the fuck they want.
Like if you've ever seen the Twitter account The Funny or like Hilarious and Original or something like that, it's just general random shit posts and that's it.
Yeah. It seems pretty left-leaning.
All right.
See, we need to find a slur for people who dick ride Elon Musk. I don't know. The one that I was talking about with Andrew, and apologies to listeners, but it was zombies and mummies are the same monster. They just come from different socioeconomic backgrounds. And I think that one fucked me up a little bit. And I was like, holy shit. I have never heard a more accurate statement in my entire life. And it is fucking me up, man.
Oh.
So, yeah.
New Pokemon game, 8 out of 10.
Were you talking that whole time?
Oh, no, but like before we got derailed by memes and stuff.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It was like if you were talking while you were gone, then That's going to be fun to edit for you.
Yeah.
I think Andrew's about to sneeze. It's like
Is
stumbling
he
out of his
leaving the
room
room to sneeze?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't want it to be picked up on mic.
I can... Is this something serious happening? Are we undercutting?
Yeah, Andrew's just undergoing a medical emergency, and we're like, he's got to sneeze. What a loser.
Fuck.
I mean, he is gone still.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I do hope he's okay. All right, Lucas, you want to talk about Pokemon?
Yeah. A criticism...
Wait, I'm already... I read your one line, and I have thoughts, but anyway.
Oh, I mean, yeah, not the one criticism I do have that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about is that the UI and just, like, button layout is not fantastic, especially for a Pokemon game, which is usually pretty polished in that regard. But yeah, I enjoyed it. That was a good 30-hour Pokemon experience, and that was different enough from the Pokemon experience, the 30-hour Pokemon experience I had the prior month, that I enjoyed it, and I hope they keep going down this direction, because it seems like there is a lot of potential to mine there, even though the more interesting themes of the story are kind of undercut by, I don't want to say a white savior element, because this game is very multiracial, but like, yeah, the special hero character coming in and pointing out a lot of flaws in these societies, and it could have been navigated a bit better, but then Nintendo was always very corporate friendly, very PG inclusive, so whatever, that's what a Pokemon game is, I guess. Alright, Ryan, tear me to shreds.
Well, your second sentence. Not a bad first effort in an open world 3D Pokemon game.
Yeah.
What? Like, is Sword and Shield not exist in your world?
That's not an open world game.
What? Yes, it is.
There are open segments, but you're pretty on rails, en route.
Wait, Pokemon Sword and Shield is not an open world game.
There are some parts that are free roam, but no, I wouldn't call it open world. And the most recent game to come out is like more similar to what we would consider an Ubisoft style open world game than Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Right.
Yeah.
But so Pokemon Sword and Shield, not open world, final answer.
Aren't like all those JRPGs that you play open world? Like, you're free to explore and like go anywhere to an extent, aren't you?
I mean, kind of, but it's not Breath of the Wild style, get out there, champ.
There are different levels.
Okay. Why, Ryan, are you about to drop an article on me and be like, here's the Nintendo saying this is an open world Pokemon game for Sword and Shield?
That's definitely how they build it.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. I had assumed. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But at least from my perspective, with the people that I like, Ian, who wanted to play it so badly and then did end up playing it, is like, yeah, that was the whole thing. It was open world. But maybe not.
I don't. It was 3D. It was 3D and more open, but it was still the standard Pokemon formula of go to this gym and then this gym and then eventually you fight a legendary Pokemon and defeat the weird leader of a villainous organization whose motives are unclear, and then you're the champion. Hooray.
You didn't do any of that this time?
Not this time around, no. This is just, hey, let's help out these very well-written, very fun characters and help them get over their differences, realize that they've been worshipping different gods this entire time, so they can coexist better, actually. Now that I think about it, that's not...
The story was that you guys are different. That's why you should coexist.
So like one of them was worship. They both thought the one true God was one of them thought the one true God was the god of time. The other one thought the one true God was the god of space, but they were using the same terminology to refer to that god. And then over the events of the game, it's revealed, no, these are two separate entities.
That are both real.
Yes.
And both God.
Yes. So
which one is Arceus?
Chill at Arceus supersedes both of them, so they're all kind of wrong.
They're all wrong. You guys are all stupid.
Yeah.
So just get along, pieces of shit.
At least the Satanist in the game had the balls to capture and command his god.
Which is...
Oh, Giratina. Giratina is Pokemon Satan.
Is that like
obviously
Gyarados?
So one of its forms is like snake-like, but the other one is... God, I don't even know what to describe, like the original design of Giratina. A lot of legs.
The version mascot for Pokemon Platinum.
Yes.
So this is not early gen?
No, this is Gen 4, baby.
Pokemon Satan, huh?
Yeah.
So is Arceus Pokemon God?
Yes.
Do you catch Arceus in this game?
If you 100% the game, you can catch Pokemon God. I'm not doing that, though.
You don't want to catch Pokemon God?
I don't want to put another 20 hours into this doing some bullshit.
Oh, I thought you liked the game.
I do, but I've had my fill. I can tap out now. I'm done.
How long
I'm
until
free.
they release another Pokemon game where there's a god that supersedes Arceus? Because I think you've told me that they do this like every other generation of Pokemon games where they're like, oh, you thought Zapdos, I don't remember what the other two are. Like, you thought those were gods? No, they're not. There's this other Pokemon that's above them. Oh, what? You thought Mew was God? It's actually this fucking time and space Pokemon God thing. Oh, you thought they were God? It's actually Arceus, isn't it? Don't they like keep just escalating it up?
No, Arceus has been the Pokemon God since Gen 4, and they keep adding legendaries. They keep adding Pokemon that are supposed to be ultra powerful and commanding life and death or some nonsense like that. But no, the progenitor god Arceus has been...
Progenitor god.
What's another description for it?
I'm sorry.
So Arceus created humans.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait.
Yeah, why did Arceus create humans to subjugate others of Arceus's kind?
Because in Arceus's grand design, that's how it was meant to be.
Arceus can lose fights?
Yeah.
To just like a fucking Metapod? Like, just they could just lose?
No, this kid's got like 16 Pokeballs filled with these guys that are beating me up. I can take most of them, but that's a lot.
I can snap reality. Like,
yeah.
I kind of thought that they were like Pokemon gods. Like, they were gods of the Pokemon, but like
yes.
Human gods were different.
Yeah, there are definitely gods to Pokemon. If Pokemon were intelligent enough to have religion, which I don't think they do, really.
Some Pokemon are definitely intelligent enough to have
Don't some of
religion.
them speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are just basically children.
That's true. But no, it's...
And trust me, children can have a religion.
It's the Pokemon universe. God would be a Pokemon. Come on.
There's humans too.
Yeah, wait, why would God not be a human? Or anything. Literally anything. A pine tree.
Oh, there's pine tree Pokemon. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sudowoodo.
Pineco, the Pinecone Pokemon.
Jesus.
Every time Pokemon comes up, we find a new bad one.
Pineco's okay. Pineco's a homie. His evolution Fortress is pretty alright. I could add Fortress to a team. Fortress could be one of my 6. Ryan, what
also, why is
go for it?
Oh no, why is canonical god a normal type?
So Arceus has an ability that, depending on what plate you equip him with, it can. Might I say he? It's gender. Well, I guess God, like him, but Catholicism. Whatever plate you equip to Arceus will change Arceus's type. There are one for each, type.
Got it.
Yeah.
God is also much smaller than the devil.
Oh yeah,
like half the size of the devil.
Yeah.
Who's the Pokemon devil?
Giratina.
Yeah.
Giratina's like 14 feet tall and 1,600 pounds. Yeah. Giratina seems a little cooler than
absolutely.
Pokemon God. Okay.
Yeah. Giratina's metal as fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, Giratina, again, like a 22-foot tall monster that weighs 1,500 pounds, could lose to just a fucking Butterfree, like
Yeah.
a literal butterfly.
Listen, man, you spec that Butterfree with Quiver Dance and get Stun Spore on to buy time. Maybe Sleep Powder. Yeah, you're done.
Nerd.
But Giratina is not normal. Giratina's Ghost Dragon.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right, Lucas. Talk about your card game.
Oh, we're going back to my well again? I thought you guys could. Okay, fine. Yeah, I am playing Voice of Cards, the Forsaken Maiden. And I've just kind of jotted down my notes with the experience so far, because I don't want to subject my Twitter followers to this. New narrator. This guy's peppier. I like him. I like that we're changing it up. The people of Omega Village, they're not peppy, though. They are just embracing the fact that their village is fated to be destroyed, which created a fun situation early on in the game where the mayor said to you, the player, "Hey man, looks like there are a bunch of monsters congregating outside the village. It looks like this is the end for us." And you as the player are like, "No, I'll go take care of that." And it's just like one or two fantasy rabbits that could maybe hurt people. You just get the sense for how defeated these people are, and it's pretty funny. Also, the Piscator is back from the first game. Not sure where his partner is, but, it's nice to see him. Glad he's doing well as a small business owner. The main girl of the game, Laddie, doesn't talk. And that's a trope in video games, in fiction, that I don't care for. Let's help this girl figure her shit out, but also she lacks some basic agency that, hope they subvert this trope fast and hard, because I'm not liking where it's going. The main boy in the game, his default name is Baron. I went with the default name because I'm not projecting on anyone. I'm an adult. Looks emo as hell and seems pretty hardcore. There's an exchange early on where it's something to the effect of, yeah, you have to go get the relics from the other maidens, and then we can use that to make Laddie a maiden, and she can save the village from destruction. And his follow-up is just something to the effect of, oh, cool, so we go over to the other islands, kill these maidens, take their relics, and then everything's fine, right? And then, no, it actually gotta help them out and be friends and stuff. Lack is a sentient sock puppet who claims to be a spirit, but is probably a demon. Muscle Man, the muscly fisherman, is back. Glad he's doing well. Glad he's living his best life. Looks like we'll have to use the power of relationships to heal the maiden's wounded heart, which, again, kind of meh. That's cliche. Really hope Yoko Taro does something fun with it, changes things up. And it seems like in one element of that is that the maidens have to die to protect their villages. Who would have guessed that these maidens are, in fact, forsaken? Yeah. I did have a fun moment where one character who is a boy is a maiden. I thought that was cool. Super progressive. Turns out, no, he's not actually. But then it was revealed, oh no, not actually a boy. This is just a character whose design says something to the effect of, yeah, this is a young lesbian who hasn't quite figured out yet that getting a short haircut doesn't give her the butch look she wants. But no, actually a girl is a maiden. That worked out well. Apparently you can be a maiden and get pregnant, though, which I don't think that's canonical to maidenism. I don't think it works like that.
Logic.
Yeah. Didn't work out well for her, though. There are a lot of, like, winking references to the first game where I'm not sure if it's hinting that this game is, in fact, a prequel to Isle Dragon Roars, or if this is an alt-universe thing, and I'm, like, 15 hours in, and it's a little more annoying than it is endearing, but I don't know, maybe I'll come back around on that. They put the Piscator in a hetero relationship that he hates, and that's a bummer to me, personally, because the Piscator, by his design, this is a large gay man, and that's a bummer. And the game does seem to have some interesting things to say about, like, what it means to love someone, what it means to be loved, and how, hey, maybe there's these relationships that are just based on what people can do for each other aren't the most healthy, and, like, not an actual way to define self-worth by just, oh yeah, I can do these things for other people, and they value that, and then, yeah, that means they care about me. And, like, as somebody who personally struggled with that element of, do people actually care about me, or do they just like me for what I can do for them? Yeah, I appreciate that and dig it. And then stray observations about this game is that it is much faster running, much more optimized than the previous game, which I very much appreciate. Writing continues to be fun and quirky. The bestiary is cool, where there'll be lines like, this monster that looks like a catfish serpent is actually really tasty, and it's hunted frequently for its meat. And then you beat a bunch of them, and you unlock the next half of the bestiary, and it's like, which means that it's just filled with a bunch of parasites, so you probably shouldn't eat it. Yeah, that's cool. They made an imp monster much hotter than they should have. Yeah, I think that is all I have to say about the Forsaken Maiden for now. We'll probably have this finished by the next time we record, and maybe I'll talk about it if you guys can get me to stop talking about Elden Ring, which I will also be playing by the time we record again.
It's fucked up that you're going to be able to play Elden Ring before I'm able to play Horizon Forbidden West.
Thank you, Andrew, first of all, for buying Elden Ring for me.
Oh, you're welcome.
But also, like, you're making life decisions out here, man. You gotta prioritize correctly, and maybe you're not.
For those of you who don't know what Lucas is talking about, I'm going to visit my grandmother. I'll be out of town
Andrew,
for a while.
I think you gotta get good. I think you gotta get good, son.
You can't pack up the PlayStation 5 and take it with you to Florida?
On a plane?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that.
Right, Andrew, come on.
A PlayStation 5 is basically worth its weight in gold with how rare it is. I'm not going to put it on a plane where it'll just be tossed around.
No, you...
In your carry-on.
Yeah, you put it in a suitcase.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to put that in a checked bag.
No.
But in your carry-on?
Yeah.
Why not? It's a bus. Like, a plane is no different from a bus. Like,
I know what you're...
You wouldn't put it in a car? Like,
you wouldn't download a car.
You wouldn't put your PlayStation 5 in a car.
I know what you're about to say. You need that space for clothes and stuff. But no, in fact, you pack your clothes in around it to form a protective shell to protect against that turbulence.
Yeah.
Huh.
I moved my PlayStation 5 in a car. Was that a dumb move? Should I have just stayed living at that old apartment so that I wouldn't ever have to transport it because it's so valuable?
Babe, we can't move. The PlayStation's here. It's bolted into the floor.
Yeah. I made sure of it. No one will ever steal my precious PlayStation 5.
That was something I felt briefly embarrassed about on my drive out to Los Angeles. Like, taking the PlayStation 5 in the PlayStation 5 box into the hotel room every time I stopped. Because, like, I look like a dork. I look like a dork walking around with a PlayStation 5 into a hotel. But also, there's no way in hell I'm leaving this in a car overnight.
No, that was the right move.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were probably just jelly. They were just like, damn, that dude's gonna head up to his room and play a fucking PlayStation 5.
Right?
I wish I could have access to something like that.
Also, I didn't mention before, just a closing thought on the Forsaken Maiden. Just fantastic character design. Just really fun, interesting look that conveys so much personality that God, the main girl has such a great design where she is a small, petite woman and is just wearing, I forget what it's called, but like that full body, like tights, basically. But then also just the largest hoodie, the largest knit hoodie ever, just to emphasize how small and meek she is. And it's good. It's conveying personality through their design in a very coherent way. And I don't know the art director, the artist offhand, but I dig it. But apparently someone does not dig North by Northwest.
Yeah, I saw North by Northwest for the first time last night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was surprisingly mid.
We're gonna have some problems here.
So is this like?
Oh, really? I thought you had actually said that North by Northwest was not your favorite.
No. Vertigo is.
I was going to ask, is this a Vertigo situation where it's just so inspirational now that it's like going back to basics, or why do you think it's mid?
No, I don't. For one thing, the movie was cut in a way that was very jarring to me. Like, there were a lot of just, like, transitions. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Including the end of the movie is maybe the dumbest transition I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, that's good stuff.
No, it's not.
What happens at the end of North by Northwest?
So, at the end of the movie, with avoiding as many spoilers as possible.
Spoilers for North by Northwest.
Yeah, no, this movie just came out.
1959.
Let me find the cast for a second. I don't want to fuck up anyone's name.
Cary Grant.
Yeah.
North by Northwest. Okay, so yeah, Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint.
Mm-hmm.
Eva Marie Saint is hanging off the edge of Mount Rushmore, basically. And Cary Grant is, like, holding on to her. He's like, come on, reach up your other hand. You can do it. She's like, no, I can't. I'm gonna fall. He's like, yes, you can do it. Come on up. And then, like, you hear, like, a disembodied voice, come on up, Mrs. Thornhill. And then it transitions to them in the train. And he's, like, pulling her up onto the bed in the train. And then they start making out.
And then
you're
missing the best part. The train goes into a tunnel.
Oh yeah, and then the train goes into a tunnel. Like what? Like
oh god, it's pretty great.
Yeah, I knew it would get Lucas.
That's pretty great.
That would bring him back.
Oh god,
why?
That's pretty great.
That is as winking. Andrew, it's a metaphor.
Wait, Andrew?
Oh, because of the sex thing.
Yeah.
No, that part was stupid.
That's as close as they could get in the 1950s. That's all they got.
1950s. That's literally a sex scene. That's what they could do. That's pretty fucking great. What, you needed him to grab her and pull her up, and then they kiss on Mount Rushmore? No, it was just like super.
That's what you needed. It's like he just forgot the movie was ending. He's just like, it's like, oh, none of the other shit that was happening in the movie was resolved. The conflict of the movie did not resolve. It's just like, oh man, we're getting chased by the bad guys. Oh no, you're hanging off the edge. I'm gonna pull you up. Now we're 2 days later in the train. Wasn't it great that we got married? It's done.
It was the microfilm. They got the microfilm. Yeah. They were about to escape with the microfilm. They got it. And then she, like, he had to choose between. She was hanging off the fucking Mount Rushmore. It was this terrible thing. And then, nah. Like, but in a normal movie, a normal ending, he would have, grabbed her hand. It would have been stretched out a little longer, I guess. Grabbed her hand, pulled her up, kissed, and then it would have swung around, and you see a beautiful landscape, and it says, the end, and then it's over. Like, I don't know, it was Hitchcock playing with that a little bit. Nah, North by Northwest
also,
is S-tier Hitchcock.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think they ever explained why they thought Thornhill was Kaplan.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I
It's a
definitely
giant
haven't seen
plot
it.
hole.
No, I haven't seen it recently enough
Yeah.
to
So okay,
to understand the minute character
if we're
details.
if full spoilers ahead,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't-
Spoilers, like.
It's okay, I'm
Bro.
covering my ears.
Yeah.
I'm pressing my headphones further into my
Yeah.
head that way.
Yeah,
But
you can definitely
go for it.
okay, so the movie is basically a more suspenseful Big Lebowski, where
It came out 40 years before Big Lebowski.
I know I'm not saying that it copied the Big Lebowski. I'm trying to like tell Lucas what the movie is about, where this business guy named Thornhill is having dinner, and these armed guys come up to him and like kidnap him and say, "We got you, Kaplan." And they take him to this supervillain guy. He's like, "Mr. Kaplan, you're going to tell me your secrets." He's like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about. My name's Thornhill." He's like, "Don't lie to me, Kaplan. We know who you are." And it turns out that Kaplan does not exist. Kaplan is like a fake agent created by like the FBI to try to fool people. And they've created like an entire fake life for this Kaplan guy where they like have a bunch of hotels rented out under his name, and they have like people bringing his clothes to the laundromat and all that kind of shit. They never ever once explained why they thought this Thornhill guy was Kaplan. Because it's not like, oh shit, this is the picture they used of him, and it's a guy that looks like me, or they just used my photo and I'm a random guy. No, just not him. They never explain why.
They're saying in the opening scene, a waiter pages George Kaplan, and then he summons that waiter by coincidence, then putting the agents of the mysterious organization on his trail.
Okay.
All right.
So it happened immediately. It was the first scene, and maybe it didn't quite click in the same way. So then, yeah, for the rest of the movie, they just assumed he was the secret agent who was trying to foil their plot to smuggle microfilm out of the country. He goes to the UN.
No?
It's pretty
Yeah,
lit.
a guy throws a knife into someone's back and no one sees.
Yeah. That's pretty
He's
fucking
standing
great.
like 10 feet away in a crowd of people. And he throws a knife into this dude's back that Thornhill is talking to. And the guy collapses. And then the Thornhill rips the knife out of the guy's back.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, there's a knife in his back.
Holy shit!
Pulls it out.
Yeah,
and then
blood
everyone's
everywhere.
like, oh my god, he just stabbed this dude in the back. And the guy that threw the knife 10 feet away, who's wearing leather gloves, just walks away. Oh my god.
It's a good movie.
No, it wasn't a
It's-
bad
it's
movie.
peak-
It just
It's peak Hitchcock.
it's paced really weird. It feels way too long. It kind of makes you think the movie's ending several times, and then it just isn't. I don't know.
Okay.
You know? What can you do?
Andrew, I forget, did you ever see and then talk about here what you thought of Macbeth?
No, we were going to watch that this weekend, but we got caught up and we ended up going out. So
No. Fair. Ryan, what have you been checking out?
I've been watching a lot of Euphoria. I'm not quite caught up on that yet. Hoping to do that before Tuesday.
What do you think of that so far? Because as more people are checking it out, I feel as though opinion is becoming more mixed.
Oh, I think it's really good.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. I mean, I don't know if like the end of the second season is any good, but I really like it so far.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about it before on the podcast that I just feel like it's more like realistic and good Riverdale. Like,
Oh, okay.
but it is still in like an alternate universe. Basically, is the way that you, I feel like, have to look at it because it's fucking stupid. Like, it's just not realistic at all. Like, it's
Which is
I think I said the real realistic representation of American high school is American Vandal.
right.
Like it's goofy and weird. It's not this where every teenager is a 25-year-old who's just doing a fuck ton of drugs. Like, but that doesn't mean that it's not good and that the characters aren't amazing and that it's not just a really like deep and intriguing story that I want to like immerse myself more in. So
I saw
Yeah. Black Mirror.
Yeah, I saw a very
It's Black Mirror-esque.
I saw a very entertaining tweet that was something to the effect of, the kids in Riverdale could survive in Euphoria. The kids in Euphoria would die in Riverdale.
I did see that one.
50 Shades of Fucked Up.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's good. Also finished Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Which had a season finale. Again, can't recommend it to you guys enough. If you enjoyed The Suicide Squad. Season 2 is coming. And it will be entirely written and directed by James Gunn, who basically announced that he's done with movies and that he likes TV more. So that's interesting. But yeah, Peacemaker's really fucking good. It really delivers. It may be a slight slow start that I wasn't 100% on board, but no, it really brings it around. Yeah. There's a lot of really good characters, even if John Cena's not necessarily your cup of tea. And his arc isn't necessarily your cup of tea.
No. I mean, is it the same... As somebody who had The Suicide Squad as my number one movie of last year, is it more of that? Is it more of that vibe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same vibe.
Yeah.
Firmly in the same universe. The Justice League is mentioned. There's a running gag where, like, every time someone talks about a quote-unquote real superhero, Peacemaker has a rumor that he heard about that superhero that, like, completely... invalidates anything about them. Like, it's fun. It's a good time. Enjoyed it. Highly recommend it.
Do they execute on the concept of Matter Eater Lad?
Matter Eater Lad?
I thought that was a character. I thought that was a DC Comics character that shows up in this.
Boy.
Alright, never mind.
Matter Eater Lad. Maybe there's like a reference.
Okay.
That I didn't get. I don't remember that on Peacemaker.
I think they hung out in the comics briefly.
Is there a villain in the show called Judo Guy? Or
yeah.
Is it Judo Guy? Is that his name?
It's not Judo Guy, it's Judo Master.
Judo Master, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's Judo Master. And he's played by like a 4'10" dude.
Yeah.
Who's just kicking all sorts of ass. And yeah, then there was like this big thought tweet about like, oh, this is just another example of like, oh, they like this. They're trying to like diminuize like Asian actors, and like they're trying to like, once again further like increase it. And then the actor playing Judo Master replied and said like, it's me. That's literally me. I'm just short. like he's just like, nah, man. I'm just a short person.
Do people not know what judo is? Do people not know that? Yeah, if you're over 5'8", why bother learning judo?
Judo is entirely made for people that are small in order to fight people that are bigger than them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was just a big thought piece of some like, yeah, and they assumed that like they used tricks and stuff to shrink, and then used a stuntman, and he's like, "Nah, that's just me. I'm just little. I think it's fine."
You tell me there's a character named Judo Master, and he's 4'11", and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you mean the height of somebody who would get really good at judo?" Yeah.
Yeah. And he kicks all sorts of ass, and is seen as a pretty sympathetic character.
Yeah.
So.
Judo Guy.
Judo Guy would be potentially better, but it's Judo Master.
Presumably at one point in his arc he was just Judo Guy, but then he got really good at it.
Then he was Judo Sensei, and then he was Judo Master.
Yeah.
I could see it.
All right, and then kind of moving on to the group chat, I finished Murderville.
Ooh.
Andrew, Ryan talked a little bit about that show on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. I did not watch it.
Oh, okay.
I was planning on watching it on the plane, or at least part of it on the plane.
So, you definitely should. Pretty entertaining couple episodes of TV that's in a very peculiar niche that not a lot of TV explores, but so there's a running joke where Terry Seattle, Will Arnett's character, his dead partner is played by Jennifer Aniston. Guess how many times she shows up?
Once? Twice?
Nope.
100 times.
Not a once.
Oh.
They just used a picture of Jennifer Aniston.
Which I am deeply curious how much she got paid for that.
Might have just been a favor.
Right?
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And when you get to the finale, you really assume. But no, they just used a picture of Jennifer Aniston and she never even appears.
Damn.
She's legit dead. She's super legit dead.
Ryan, I think I roughly share your rankings of the episodes. Yeah, fantastic. Also, Sharon Stone can get it, like always and forever. Good for her. Good for America. Yeah. Also, Andrew, one thing that I very much appreciated about the show is that you can like solve the mysteries along with them.
Oh, like they do the like the mystery, like golden rule of like you need to present the audience with enough evidence to actually solve the crime.
Like it's
it's pretty basic.
Okay.
It's not quite like it's not like Scooby-Doo where this is the person who did it by the end, these were all the suspects and this is how it worked out. It's we're laying out these scenes and you can watch along and solve the mystery. And usually I'm laughing too much to like do a great job of that, but I got it once or twice.
That's kind of
I got it about as often as the people on the show did.
Okay. What?
I think I got it every time, except for maybe once.
If you have to recommend just a handful of the episodes for someone to watch first, like
that's a good movie.
Which ones would be the ones to watch first?
The first three.
First is you should watch Conan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do think Conan introduces the concept best because he's experienced in improv. Mm-hmm. I don't think I like the second one.
You didn't like the one with Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, no, I did like Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch was fun. The third one, then, I didn't like.
You didn't like Camille Nanjiani?
No, Camille wasn't third. I thought he was fourth.
No, he was third.
Oh.
It went...
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
I liked Camille. I did not like Annie Murphy. And I did not like Ken Jeong. They didn't do a very good job. Sharon Stone was good. And, yeah, Camille. Conan's a good intro.
Yeah.
And then Marshawn Lynch was fine. It wasn't great. Right. It was okay. It was only good because he was, like, down. But, yeah, he has no idea how to, like, make things funny, really. Mm-hmm. He's just in, which is kind of fun to watch.
There's a moment where Marshawn Lynch steals a baseball bat from somebody. And
you're
not
serious.
Quite sure what's going to happen next.
It's good acting. Because, there is a moment of like, he knows it's like a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. There's an 8-minute deleted takes bloopers on YouTube from Netflix as a joke. Please watch that because it's amazing and arguably as good as the show, honestly.
That's what I'm doing over dinner tonight. Holy shit. Yeah. Yes.
If the show produced nothing but this 8-minute blooper reel, it would have been worth it. It's great content. Especially the very end, you'll have fun because it's a very LA take that you'll enjoy. But yeah, good show.
All right. I think that's just about going to do it for episode 170. Wait, is this 174 or 173?
Uh-oh. You labeled it as 174.
Right, but at the top of the doc, it's 173, and maybe I just forgot to change it. Yeah, hold on, let me...
174.
Sure, 174. We'll go. Either way, it's probably going to be titled Channel 1's Anderson Cooper. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for highlight clips. ActBlue linked in the description to help a collection of great progressive causes. Support us either through the Anchor Podcast platform or Patreon, where you can join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and sensual Richard Nixon. Send us your questions and business opportunities, voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter for updates at V2_podcast, and follow me at Lucas DeRuyter on Twitter to keep up with all of my writing. got a fun one that I think I just wrapped final edits on and should hopefully be out soon. Keep an eye out for that. Regardless, though, thank you all so much for listening. Hope you have a 3-day weekend ahead of you. And if you don't, good luck. Good luck with your Monday. Sorry, hope you're in the midst of a 3-day weekend. There we go. Bye!